Hello everybody! In this vlog I'm gonna show you more of the Airbnb place we stayed at in London, in Bermondsey area. A boat trip we made down Regent's Channel from the area called Little Venice to Camden Town and Camden Market itself. This apartment belongs to a very nice person, Rakesh. He writes about art and his apartment is beautifully decorated. It is one of those places where you want to look at details. Rakesh was very friendly and it felt like we were staying at a friend's place. We talked with Rakesh quite a lot in the morning and he told us about vintage markets in London and advised places to visit. He advised us to visit a glassmaker's place in Bermondsey, not far from where we stayed, from his flat, and we did it. I'll show you a bit later. It's a place in the gallery where you can see how they make expensive and subtle glass work.
My dad, he was born in 1930. Like I say, he died a couple of years back, but he trained as a coach builder, and in those days, coach meant coach, yes. You know, drawn by horses. And he worked with panelling, and it was all wood. And he then moved up to Scarborough, and he was building coaches, as in bus coaches. In those days, they were also made with panelled wood, and you know he was amazing what he could do with wood. He wasn't very. He was more pragmatic. He made stuff that was practically useful. But I mean, he built a second house, and all the furniture inside it he built himself. And it was
proper dovetail.
Yeah.
Joints.
Oh yeah. Dovetail joints. He could have told you everything about.
A little bit more of Rakesh's apartment interior. That's the room where we stayed. Even eggs Benedict, Florentine, English breakfast. Does it look like a real English breakfast? Okay, try it.
Oh yeah.
Yummy. What's up? Are you hungry?
Do you want some of this?
Peter is having a traditional English breakfast. On its origin, Country Life magazine states, the idea of the English breakfast as a national dish goes right back to the 13th century and the country houses of gentry. In the old Anglo-Saxon tradition of hospitality, households would provide hearty breakfast for visiting friends, relatives and neighbors. Full English breakfast often consists of bacon, fried egg, sausage, mushrooms, baked beans, toast, grilled tomatoes and accompanied with tea or coffee. Bermondsey is a lovely area in central London. There are lots of little shops and galleries. In the morning part of them are closed. We are going to the glassmaker's place. Rakesh advised us to visit the Bermondsey antique market, which we did. Peter was afraid I'm gonna knock down some of these really expensive glass sculptures with my rucksack, but I was careful.
Area, so it's like 2 hours ahead. We've only been here a couple of days. So.
Oh, I see, so she's still...
Yeah. So yeah, this would have been at the time.
Oh, really? Yeah, she's looking for my
That's right. She sleeps in here.
Oh, so cool. Lucky girl.
Founded by Peter Layton in 1976, London Glassblowing is one of London's and Europe's foremost glass art galleries and longest running hot glass studio. That's how they make these beautiful glass vases and sculptures. It's quite hot in here. In this hot working studio, masters coax molten glass, transforming it into solid form. It seems almost impossible and very difficult to transform liquid glass into the glowing orbs that are on display at the gallery. This time we decided to take a metro because on the previous day we didn't make it by foot to Little Venice, so metro was a solution.
This station is Southwark. Change here for National Rail services from Waterloo East.
We went to Warwick Avenue station, which is 5 minutes walk from the Regent's Channel and the place called Little Venice, with lots of boats. And I don't know, I wasn't in Venice before, so they say it looks like Venice a little bit. Here we took a boat and went down to Camden Market. The whole trip took about 40 minutes. There was a guide on the boat who was commenting on the places we were passing by. It was quite interesting.
The canal we're journeying down is the Regent's Canal, which was hand-built between 1812 and 1820, in particular by the Irish navigators known as the navvies. This area we're passing through now is a residential area. These boats to either side of us are known as houseboats. People live aboard these all year round. Each of these boats has something called a grandfather lease, which gives them the right to moor their boats here for 100 years. A grandfather lease is a one-time purchase. There's quite a long waiting list for them. The last one sold in this area for £100,000. That's just for the cost of the lease and not for the boat. And we're now approaching a famous boat. On our left-hand side here is Philona. Philona was owned by Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics, and she was featured in a Bob Dylan music video called the song Blood in My Eyes. They recorded that video up in Camden, where we will finish our journey today. This lovely green houseboat on our left here is moored horizontally on purpose. This expanse of water is a requirement for this area in case a large boat needs to make a U-turn. It's the Ionic Villa, and next we have the Veneto Villa, and each of these is a privately owned home.
Naomi slept through the whole journey and missed everything. Wow.
The chain warehouse, cargo boats would load and unload their cargo historically. Nowadays, the top floors are home to the Associated Press. That's where you can see the satellite dishes up there as well. And we're about to make our final turn into our mooring location in Camden Market, which does mean we are reaching the end of our journey. If you've enjoyed your trip today,
I want it all, anyway at all. Thought I missed it by waiting for the game response, for the lost and found, for the home alone, and for you to come home, you to come home. I'll let you in, it ain't a sin with all these simulations. Should be fixed now, will take a while to get rid of. I'm sorry.
Before visiting Camden, I got a bit confused because there were such names as Camden Town, Camden Market, Camden Lock, and got confused about what is what, and so here it is. Camden Town is an area in London. Camden Lock is the main market in this area, and this is not the only market in Camden. There are about 5 of them, and together they comprise of about 1,000 shops and cafes. It's a huge area where all young people and all informals and just curious people come to shop and look and hang out and enjoy their time there. I think the best way to come here is by boat, because it's nice to go down the river, down the channel, but you can also take a metro. The Camden Lock Market started in 1974, and since then it's been a very busy area. First the market took place only on Sundays, but now it's every day, and we were on a weekday and it was full, as you can see. Having a little picnic here. Sick of crowds from Camden Market. There's a football field next to it.